Hello, everybody, and welcome to VFR. Today, we are here in the Azores, an island chain in the Atlantic Ocean. Checking out some of the new airports that have come with Microsoft Flight Simulator is part of World Update 8, which, of course, features Iberia. That includes Portugal, Spain, Gibraltar, and Andorra is the other one in there. So we start here at Pico Airport, LPPI. This is a Portuguese airport in the Azores, out in the Atlantic Ocean. We have one 5,700-foot runway. That's 1,700 meters or so for the European folks. Runway 27 and 09. It's built east to west, well, obviously because of the large volcano on the island. So the terrain around us really doesn't permit any other direction. So that means it's susceptible to some dominant southerly winds that are common in the area. So good crosswind landing challenge, possibly, here at Faro. And you have the one main terminal here, which again would be perfect for turboprops, smaller jets as well. So A320, A220, CRJ foreseeably, not that they do that in real life. For the most part, traffic here has dipped down in recent years, but mostly regional airplanes around and around destinations, the Azores and back to Portugal. So there are some nice touches here. Definitely gates are pretty cool. I always like a good air stair. And it really opens up, and you do have a little nice modeled interior in here. The building looks really cool, and it's fairly unique. It makes you feel like you're flying in somewhere unique. Again, this is not a huge airport. You will be back taxiing on the runway to go either direction. You can see our airplane down on the far end. And you also have cool things, fire station, some hangars, fuel trucks, and all sorts of cool little details in here. So this is Pico LPPI Airport. For our next stop, we head far to the east, Catalonia. Now, for those unfamiliar with Spain broadly, this is the area that kind of includes Barcelona on the coast. The eastern part of Spain in the mountains. And we are at Andorra La Seu dUrgell Airport, something like that, to that effect. I don't speak it in Spanish. But it's an interesting airport as well. Most notably, it's on top of this hill, which is reminiscent of some of the mountain airports we see in the U.S. too, where we flew into. Particularly like Elk River was one we did. But it's got a real big regional ramp too, so you could put jets here, you could put smaller airplanes here. Turboprops, again, primarily in commercial service, acts as a regional airport. We have one runway, 03/21, and it is 4,157 feet, 1,267 meters, which is more appropriate in this part of the world. But as you can see, more back taxiing would be required here at this airport. But again, some limited regional traffic could be an interesting place to potentially fly. I don't know. You see if you could sneak a CRJ in, or any kind of turboprops like that. Twin Otter would be a good one here too. So definitely pretty interesting. It serves public charter flights, tourist flights, from a bunch of different areas, but it's primarily served airlines-wise by Air Nostrum. So not much of a terminal, but you do get some decent hangars. Fuel storage would be a fun place to fly big airplanes out of, or small planes out of. So we will fly one lap of the pattern here. Now, we are clear skies, calm wind today, because in real life it was pretty snowy and very windy. We're in our trusty DA40 TDI, and all we're going to do is do a little lap of the pattern here. It's one of the perfect airports for that, if you want to practice that, because you have a nice big runway up high. So we're going to make our base to final turn now. We're going to keep an eye terrain basically off to our left. It will become our right. And we've got valley off on the other side. But it is an interesting place to fly. These mountain airstrips are always good fun for both small airplanes and if you want to sneak a bigger regional airplane in. Definitely a good option. An A320 would be pushing it, but hey, you could try. So we go from a rather small mountaintop airport to a fairly larger one. We're here at Faro Airport in southern Portugal, LPFR. This is a popular destination for such carriers as EasyJet and Ryanair. And it's a fairly busy airport. 9 million passengers use Faro every year. And focus city for EasyJet and Ryanair, they base some of their jets there. Now, as you can see, we have jetways here, much more built up, much more infrastructure. We also have a pretty funky looking terminal, which is nice, and a little dedicated interior. So you can wait for your airport, and that's really nice. That's actually a really nice view. So, anyway, Faro Airport. Lots of jets will fly into here, and it's fairly seasonal as well. So Aer Lingus, Air France, British Airways, EasyJet, Ryanair, Lufthansa, Norwegian, to name just a few. A lot of the airplanes will fly into here from a lot of other European destinations. So if you're looking for somewhere to fly that has really cool scenery and is very popular among just about all jet users in Europe, it's definitely a good option. You get the seaside in the south of Portugal. Now, obviously, you have the main terminal here with several gates. You have jetways here, which have nice custom branding. You also have some remote stands as well, all the way down here. You can also use just about any of these if you're looking for more air stairs actions. Obviously, all the spots are marked for different aircraft types, and there's some ground clutter around as well. So, all in all, a pretty cool place to fly into. Would be fun with a CRJ, A320, really anything you got. Bring it into here. We do have here still one runway. So this airport is a good, fun airport if you're looking to fly really anywhere in Europe or from anywhere in Europe. Right here on the coast, lots of water around it. We have one runway, runway 28/10, 8,169 feet, 2,490 meters in length. And this airport, you don't have to backtaxi. Backtaxiing as an American person who flies mostly in America always makes me uncomfortable. So this airport, you don't have to do that. But again, a nice kind of medium-sized international airport for you to fly into. And this comes with the World Update. So really cool. We may see some of this one soon. You also have some of the stuff on the outside as well. This is the town of Faro. And last but not least, we travel to northwestern Spain Coruna Airport. Again, I hope that's acceptable in Spanish. Anyway, this airport is very much a regional airport, serving around 600,000 passengers, 595,000 passengers in the past year. You have a couple of jetways here with a very nicely modeled terminal building, as well as more remote stands off here as well, some hangars, some fire trucks, and things of that nature. Very vivid tower decoration. It's really nice earthworks, and this whole remote area is pretty cool. Actually, that looks really cool. So, some options if you're flying into here. So this airport, again, is going to be mostly domestic travel, with A Coruna Airport being served by such airlines as Iberia, Volotea, Vueling, and again, I apologize for my European airline pronunciation. But it really shines when you zoom out, because that looks really great. Really scenically located here in northwestern Spain, right on the coast. Lots of really cool scenery around it, which again really elevates the whole thing. Now, like the others, we have one runway 3/21, 7,670 feet, so a little smaller than Faro, but the second largest, 2,400 meters. You should be able to get an A320 in here just fine. And yeah, it's another great place if you're looking for flying that kind of airplane. All across Spain, you could even go outside of Europe. I won't, or outside to Europe and other international destinations. I won't tell anybody. But definitely it was started out as a regional airport and it's generally expanded to become a fairly significant regional airport. But it is a really nice one, especially if you're looking for somewhere different to fly. So that is it for the airports included in World Update 8. We went all across Iberia, saw a few cool airports, and overall this pack is definitely much more, I think, regional airline focused. You do have one international airport, Faro, which is again more heavily international. That's definitely heavily focused towards that. But a lot of these airports, like A Coruna, seems very regional focused. So if you like your CRJ, shouldn't be a problem in most of these places. Your Twin Otter, any other twin prop plane or single prop plane. If you want to fly regionally in Europe, definitely, I think this adds a few good options and some pretty cool scenic views. I really just love the views from A Coruna here. So really cool stuff all in all, and definitely, I think, worth checking out. And hopefully this helps. I don't know, sometimes I read these world updates from faraway places that I don't know that much about and couldn't tell you what any of these airports are. They don't ring any bells. So hopefully this just helps you see what these airports actually are if you're a little unfamiliar. And if you are familiar with these airports and there's anything interesting about these airports that you really like that we didn't cover, drop in the comments section below. That's it for VFR. Take it easy, everybody.